The liberal justices were basically saying that rule by experts is a good thing. And rule by experts is particularly good in areas that require expertise. So, what does the president know about what foods people should eat? What does the president know about what vaccines people should take? What does the president know about certain types of trade deals? Remember, here we're talking about the Federal Trade Association. And so, Trump needs to butt out. This is basically where the liberal justices were coming out. But none of the conservatives are buying it at all. And notably here, we have Justice Kavanaugh. No, actually, it's Justice Neil Gorsuch, I think, putting the matter in perfect perspective. He says, this whole notion of, quote, independent agencies is a little problematic. Who are they independent of? Are they independent of the legislature? Having been set up, they're now independent. Are they independent of the executive? Are they also independent of the judiciary? In a sense, what you're saying is that they're independent of the American people. Because where are the reins of accountability? And moreover, this is how Justice Gorsuch put it. He goes, quote, there's no such thing in our constitutional order as a fourth branch of government that is somehow quasi-judicial, quasi-legislative. So, in other words, our constitutional scheme is tripartite. It's in three parts. We have a legislature, they make laws. We have an executive, they carry it out. We have a judiciary, they determine the legality or constitutionality of the laws. We don't have anything else. Everything that we create has to fit into this tripartite scheme. And so I think this is the viewpoint that is likely to prevail. Now, all of us in watching these hearings are to some degree engaging in tea leaf reading. And sometimes it's hard to say. The justices will ask probing questions, but you don't have a clear reading as to where this is coming out. But this is not one of those cases. If you listen to the hearings, you become pretty convinced, it looks like the conservatives all understand you cannot have these rogue agencies that have all this power that is unchecked, that has no oversight, and the oversight appropriately comes from the branch of government that is entrusted with the carrying out of the laws. And so I'm not sure when this opinion is due, but I think it's going to be a big win for the conservatives, a big win for Trump. If I was this woman Slaughter, I'd be making other job and career plans. And the ramifications of the decision are big. Why? Because even though it seems to be about one person at one agency, the Federal Trade Commission, in reality, we're talking about Trump's ability to fire people in all these independent agencies. The only agency that Congress expressed some reluctance about was the Federal Reserve. When I first came to America around 1980, I had $500 in my pocket. That's it. Now, if I'd been really frugal and not spent a penny of that money, what do you think it would be worth now? What could it actually buy now compared to what it could buy in 1980? Well, the answer, less than $130. Now, why is that? Because the U.S. government, through the Fed, is constantly printing money and devaluing your money. When the government prints money, there's more money chasing the same amount of goods and services. So guess what? Money goes down in value. Money buys less. The Fed has been at it since 1913. That's why a dollar today can buy just what a few cents could buy in 1913. And the government continues to print oceans of money. It really never stops. Now, an ounce of gold reached a high of $850 in 1980. It's worth now around $3,900 an ounce. So historically, over time, we see gold has gone up and up in value. Dollars have gone down and down. And what about in the last 12 months? Gold is up over 40%. I believe now is the time to find out how you can diversify your savings with gold and silver. And this is why I've partnered with Goldco. They offer the best customer service for precious metals ownership. They are also the only gold dealer that offers a first-time gold buyer rebate of up to 10% in bonus silver on qualified purchases. There's no better offer out there, so take advantage. To learn more about how to safeguard your savings from the dollar's decline, go to dineshgold.com. Very simple, easy to remember, dineshgold.com. com.